They're entering the rift.
How? How?
There are enemies and they're entering the rift.
God damn it. Alright, so I refunded all item upgrades. I am putting it back into the shotgun. One of the main things I use. The blunderbuss. Brimstone, again, one of my main traps that I use. I blanked on the word. I think that's good for now. I spent some money buying other traps. At least last round I bought the beehive, the guardian, the priestess, which is why you see I have a lot less money now. Or skulls, rather. And, yeah, I think that's it.
Not long after that battle, Vorwick disappeared. There were rumors that Master Cygnus banished him from the Order, afraid of what he might do.
So, what was the point of that story again?
The gigantic orc army's genius. They haven't been seen since the days of Master Cygnus and Vorwick, and now they're back.
Kelsey has it right. These new red rifts are bringing smaller orc factions together to create armies not seen since Vorwick's time.
We've got this, sorceress. Let's trap it up.
That apparently kills you. That nice pretty blue light. It looks like a very, therapeutic place to, you know, take a dip. And, oh, it leads outside, that's why. Okay. Yeah. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to talk over the voiceovers, but I died miserably. I wonder what goes here. Looks like something... Oh, that's what goes here. How do I get there? Wait, is it even possible to get up there? No, it's just for show. Okay. This seems like it's a small map, but it's like interesting how it turns. That's obviously not good. It's a very quick way to get to the portal room, which I don't want. So I guess we'll start with the barricades here. Buy myself more time. They'll only be coming in through this door initially. So then that's gonna force them to go through here. And then, oh, wow, okay. There's lots of ways to go. Fuck. Okay, no, that's fine. We're good. We're good. Good, good. Okay. Let's see what we have. We don't need archers. Archers aren't that good solo from what I'm seeing so far. And I didn't put any upgrades in them which would make them better. They have more health, so let's place the archer with that. Keep the snow cannon. I think everything else is good. These rip saws I kind of wanted to try. Don't know what to replace with it though. Maybe the little dart shooter thing. What else? I think I'm missing anything. No, we're good. Let's save some money and put a laser up here. Yeah, we'll do that. We only need 100 to get to it, so. Yeah, orkies.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates. They've broken through a gate.
Oh, that feels good.
Here they come.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, satisfying. Anyone else make it past the rift? No? Okay. The dots are darker, which means it's underneath me. Got it. Got scared there for a second.
More enemies on the way. Enemies are attacking on another front. They've breached another door.
I have enough money to block this off. I want to have them take the longest path possible. Oh shit. That fucker didn't even try to look if there was anything on the other side. Like, he didn't even look for barricades. Motherfuckers are making it through. Alright, so I'm gonna start building up more traps on this side.
More enemies on the way.
That's probably not a good place to put stuff down. Just because I didn't see that the ceiling was curved. No one's made it to the rift so far. We're not about to start. Quick, quick, quick. All right, here.
More enemies on the way.
There you go. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, right? Right? Don't want to make it past me? No, okay, we're good, we're good. We're doing the work, folks.
More enemies on the way! Our enemies are breaking through elsewhere! They
Doesn't
breached another
matter.
door!
Oh, wait.
Here they come!
I think there are sappers on this map. Sappers are kobolds with dynamite barrels strapped to their backs. Yep.
Go straight for barricades.
So they're fast and they had bombs on their backs? Nice.
Luckily, they give out a screech before they attack. Like that one. The problem with the sound cutting out is I have a widescreen monitor, ultra wide. And that means that I can't play this game in ultra wide full screen because then it's going to upload to YouTube in ultra wide, and most people don't use ultra wide and they don't like ultra wide, like, because it's going to leave if I upload an ultra wide video to YouTube, it's going to leave a giant
More enemies on the way!
black space on the left and right side of the screen. No, on the top and bottom parts of the screen. Which makes it feel like a movie, you know, but most people don't like that. Which means I can't play in that mode. Which is why I'm playing windowed. Oh, shit. It's not working out very well. I panicked and hit jump too many times, which activated my ability to levitate, which is why I was stuck in the air, and then everything else fell apart from there. What are we doing for par? Ooh. Not as good. Alright, I gotta put down some brimstone over here. I'm starting to get too much money.
More enemies on the way!
Yeah, the brimstone will take care of them. Just ate that. Oh, I'm surprised it... Or did they hit me? What to say, I'm surprised they didn't hit me, but I also have no health, so... This kill box is nice. Okay. We got this.
More enemies on the way!
We got 3 minutes to finish this map, or else we're not going to get the perfect skull. I don't want to get arrogant. It feels like we're unstoppable, but it feels like every time I think that, they just got obliterated. Yes! That was a good run. They're really still telling me to buy upgrades in this pub? Okay. I mean, okay.
Sorceress, that thing you said about how I was, born with innate magical ability like Vorvik?
You don't remember your childhood? Curing your mother's fever, teleporting the family cat down from a tree?
I remember. And yeah, stuff kind of happened when I was around. Just good timing and luck, right?
No, it's not luck. Some of us have to work to use magic. For you, it just happens.
We've no time for this now. You have work to do.
Ah, I love maps like this, where they're forced into a tiny little like hallway. They have nowhere else to go, and then it has a low ceiling. A little area with a low ceiling like that. Perfect for setting up kill boxes. The unfortunate part with this is the orcs are going to come from all the way up there, I think? Basically, they're never going to get to a spot where they're all funneled into one area other than right here. And we don't start off with a lot of money. That's not good. Oh no, this is where I could overlook down there. I guess you could set up archers here, but archers don't have a lot of health and they die fast because of it. Wonder if there's a way. I understand it's dumb, but I'm gonna try anyways. This is gonna force them all to come through here. And then I could kind of set up a kill box here. Okay, it's not as dumb as I was thinking. It's less dumb. Oh, if I had wall blades. Oh, I don't own any. Fuck. Wall blades and grinders and push traps and oh my. Alright, I'm gonna have to do it just for this map. That's like perfect setup right there. I'm gonna have to refund all my upgrades, which I'm probably gonna regret later. Let me do the grinder. Wall blades are good, but the grinder I think is better. If I could find it. There we go. Let's go floor scorcher as well. We could set people on fire, then dump them into the pit. I'm probably going to regret doing that because there are at least certain upgrades I'd like to keep that I probably fucked myself over on getting. I'm missing some kind of upgrade somewhere. Oh, the darts, the wall. The wall blades? Saw blade launcher. But I don't need it for this map. At least not for the kill trap I want to do. Again, I really want to do this. Oh, armored ogre gets introduced this round. Fuck, okay. In the old Orcs Must Die, they had a lot more maps that had small little one. Okay, so what I was trying to say is the old Orcs Must Die maps, I don't know if it was 1, 2, or Unleashed, had more areas like this where it was literally just one trap length with walkways to go through, and I really like this. My only concern are sappers. When sappers come, I'm gonna have to be on my game to make sure they don't destroy it. Because if they destroy this barricade, I'm fucked. Because I'm dependent on this being my trap. My main trap point, at least for right now. This is gonna be dicey. I like the idea of what I'm trying to do. I just don't know how well it's gonna work.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
So now the ogres are covered in armor?
All that armor should make them pretty weak to lightning attacks.
I'm trying really hard not to use the top explosive.
They're attacking the barricade.
Oh, no, 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 bad, bad. Fucked up. Wasn't paying attention to the sappers.
They're almost there. They're entering the rift.
I already lost it. Ah. We're gonna keep going. We're not gonna let one
More enemies on the way.
thing detract us. Although I probably will play this map off
Enemies are attacking on another front.
offline.
Our defenses have been breached again. Here they come.
So far, so good. I fucked up the first one, fine. So far, so good after that, though.
More enemies on the way. There are enemies in our rift room.
I know. I'm here too. So far, this isn't completely failing. That's something, right? Oh, never mind. Right when I fucking say that, an armored ogre shows up.
Enemies at the rift.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We got
More
this.
enemies on the way.
Those aren't doing as much damage as I thought they were gonna do. Oh no, they're coming from both ends. Shit. That hit him, right? Come on. So far, no sappers. That's good.
There are enemies in our rift room. They're almost there.
I know, I know, I know. Alright, fuck you.
There are enemies in our rift room.
There's no point even trying to stop that guy.
Enemies at the rift. More enemies in the rift. More enemies on the way.
Yeah, yeah. Need to get to the sappers. Come on.
The barricade is under attack.
Oh no, you're almost dead. I can kill you.
They're almost there. There are
These
enemies in our
armored
rift
ogres
room.
are fucking fuck.
More enemies in the rift.
This is an ugly, ugly run. I
More
barely have any
enemies on the
money
way.
too. Shit. Oh, look at them getting all chopped up in the grinder. That's cool. That lava cauldron thing should do a lot more damage.
They're almost there.
Yeah, there's no point in trying to
More
fight
enemies in the
armored
rift.
ogres with that many health.
We only have half our rift points remaining.
This is a shameful attempt. And I'm not even freaking to... Okay, now I'm closer to wave 8. Oh, this was not well thought out.
More enemies on the way.
This isn't working out so bad. Not till the ogres show up, and then it won't work as well anymore, but... This isn't bad. Man, I might even get par. That's horrible. That was actually a decent run.
More enemies on the way.
Probably also would have been better if these grinders were upgraded. About to say, I shouldn't wait for the armored ogre to show up, and then he showed up. Well, I am appreciative that armored ogres are only one rift point. I still think it's kind of dumb. They should count for more. It's like stuff like that. I should just let the armored ogre go past me and then focus on the little orcs, because if 2 skulls, that's just that's just bad. I'm trying to figure out what my criteria should be for going back and replaying a map. Because the way that I always used to play Orcs Must Die was I made sure that if I even lost 1 skull, if I didn't get a perfect 5 skull on a map, I would redo it again and again and again until I got 5 skulls, which gets a lot harder when you get further on into the game. But I also found that that burnt me out more, because I would end up playing the same map an amount of time that I'm not willing to admit publicly. So I'm trying to just get whatever I can and move on to the next map, but get whatever I can previously was only 4 skulls. 2 skull only? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. Two skulls. Ugh. The unfortunate part is I bought so many more traps for that map that it's kind of even hard to go back. Because like if I wanted to do this thing where I do my little death trap, it's with not many upgrades. Although I don't need barricades for what I want to do. I'm going to try to set up a death trap, a kill box at the end. Alright, so let's increase brimstone, because we're going to need it. Let's do a saw blade launcher. We're not going to need barricades. Can we do ceiling laser? It sucks that it doesn't tell you how much it reduces the cost by. I do want to use this because I want to do enough damage that I can add additional lasers. I'm assuming the lasers would go here and here, which would then cover every track underneath it, which would be really good. So yeah, let's do that then. I think we're good. Let's retry the map. Again, I'm generally, like, I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out.
Sorceress, that thing you said.
I'm going to edit out this part.
You know, porn within...
So what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted was, I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out. Because I don't know how much people want to see me do the same map again. I think maybe I'll keep this part in, specifically because I'm redoing the entire map because I did so badly the first time, whereas some of the other ones, it doesn't make sense to cut out because I only lost 1 skull. This is definitely not 1 skull that I lost though. That was just atrocious. I guess. That above? Yeah, okay. Okay. Not bad. Alright, let's do it.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates. They broke.
So now the ogres are covered in armor?
All that armor should make them pretty weak to lightning attacks.
I killed a trap already. Alright, I shot down a sack of barrels. Those sappers don't scare me as much when I don't have barricades. Kobolds do. Oh.
They're almost there.
No. Oh my god, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did. I think it was me accidentally shooting
More enemies on
the
way.
backup barrels.
Enemies are attacking on another front.
I know you all
They've
like
breached another door.
to look at me and say that I did that on purpose. I totally did not. Sorry to disappoint you. I meant to put down lasers, but I didn't. Fuck, no, get away, get away, get away, get away.
Enemies in our rift room. They're entering the rift.
I got too arrogant. Still can't believe that last round. I just can't.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
So now the ogres are covered in armor?
All that armor should make them pretty weak to lightning attacks.
There are enemies in our... They're entering the rift.
God damn it. Nobody saw. It's the
Sorceress,
fucking...
that thing you said about how I was, born with the...
We got it this time. We got it.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
So now the ogres are covered in armor?
All that armor should make them pretty weak to lightning attacks.
I decided to blow the booby traps up early. The barrel
Enemies
bundle
at the
thing.
rift. They're entering the rift.
How? 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 There needs to be a replay.
They're
How?
almost there.
I legit don't even know how that
More
happened.
enemies on the way. Enemies are breaking through elsewhere. Watch out! Our enemies have broken through again! Here they come!
I don't even know. It kind of kills me that there's no kind of replay that I could just look at to see how, like, what made it past. Two things made it past. This armored ogre is gonna make it past.
There are enemies in our rift room! More enemies on the way!
I don't even know. It just feels like I should restart again. It's not so much doing perfect, but I've already lost so many. Let me see if I can get this built. And if that'll make a difference.
Enemies at the rift! They're almost there!
It always happens. I misclick outside the window.
Enemies at the rift!
Fuck you.
More enemies on the way!
There you go. Now we're cooking with propane. Wait, why are some of those like all the same? Oh. See, now that's what it should have been doing from the beginning. Obviously, that's a lot more money than I had. So that I can shift it. There you go. Get some more saw blades out.
More enemies on the way!
Did you just say we are smarter now? It's insane how once this got set up, it became a lot easier. And I know I'm jinxing myself by saying that. slices and dices. Dang it, I didn't know I had to push the button.
More enemies on the way!
How did he survive all of that? How did he survive all of that? Told you I spoke too soon.
Enemies at the rift! More enemies on the way!
Glad that fire doesn't burn me. I didn't bother checking. It's like they send out all the little orcs first, and they're sending out the big guys towards the end. And their trolls. The hell? Oh, he must have fell. It's not a bad idea.
More enemies on the way!
One more day until I retire. That's what the orc just said. I'm the problem.
We're almost there!
No! I just realized I'm the problem. It's because he sees me. Yeah. I was the problem there. Because the armored ogre sees me and he charges at me. And when he charges at me, he ignores the slow traps. And goes right for me. Man, I obviously built a lot better kill trap, but The beginning part is rough. Regardless. That does it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hitting that dislike button tells me to do better next time. And remember, it's dangerous to go alone, so thank you for being here. Until next time.